What's up, everyone, and welcome to Forge for Greatness. This is the podcast where we talk about the builders, the creators, and the underdogs who are forging their own path. And this is not just about the wins, it's about the pressure and the mistakes, the moments that actually forge us. I'm your host, Mario Moreno, and today we have a very amazing, very special in the head type of guest. The creator of Forge for Greatness, Chris LaForgia. So, how's your day?
Good. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
That was not bad for an intro.
It wasn't bad. I just wish I don't have a good memory. It's just
I would limit the ums and uhs.
I told Izzy that, and then I say it.
Yeah.
It's just because I'm also not used to being on camera. I'm a good spectator.
Yeah.
But not a good.
You're a good critic.
Good critic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
when the lights are on and the camera's rolling, it's a different story, right?
It's a different story.
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, where did you grow up, and what was your environment like?
Don't you know that?
No, but they don't
Didn't
know.
we
that.
have this conversation?
No, they don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't know.
So I grew up in East Hanover, New Jersey, born and raised, still here today.
Mm-hmm.
And the environment, right? You asked me about the environment.
Yeah.
I would say it was a very supportive environment. My father was an electrician. My mother was a realtor, still is. They're both still working, and they're in their 70s, low 70s. But I would say they were great role models growing up, very supportive. My father was always with me throughout my soccer playing days, as you know.
Yeah.
I started playing soccer at 3 years old and played at a very high competitive level up until I was 21 or 22. And we'll get into that later, but yeah, I would say it was a very supportive environment.
Yeah, and then next I would actually want to talk about is what do you think success looked like at a younger age?
At a younger age, success was always tied to soccer. And I don't mean to boast, but I was one of the best soccer players in my age group in this town and in the surrounding area. And playing rec soccer and even club soccer, I was always the best player on the team. I was a lead goal scorer for years in a row. I had teams outside of East Hanover that were calling my father or calling my current coach at the time saying, we want him. Like, we want him on our team to take our team to like the next level. Yeah. And early on, that was like success to me. That was like everyone wants you and you're center of attention.
Mm.
I remember being recruited to a club team in Whippany, and as soon as I stepped foot on the field, they were all like, oh my God, LaForge is here. We're going to win now. We're going to, our team is going to be champions now because he's here. So talk about like an ego boost that just fucking, elevated my ego to like through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gave me a lot of confidence. And I would say, yeah, that was my first taste of success, winning championships, whether it was in rec or whether it was at the club level. And, soccer was my life from 3 years old up until 22.
Would you say that's also like, it kind of set the foundation for like your work ethic?
Oh, 100%.
And how you think as a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like, we could talk about this later, but like even now, like in my business, I came up with this thing called the mindset game. So every morning when I wake up, I approach my life, my business, like it's a soccer game. And we can dive into that later, but like I've always had a mindset of whether it's walking into a soccer field or walking into a meeting or walking into a production, a shoot, like I always had the mindset of like, all right, this is a game and I need to win this game.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanna. This is a very very.
You're doing good though. You're
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah. Then what was your first taste of success?
I just answered that.
Oh, you did. You did?
Yeah. I said soccer.
No.
Success was always soccer related. My
keep-
first taste of success was winning like a championship.
We're keeping this, right? Are we?
Yeah, we're keeping this. It's okay. It's, you know.
Yeah. So, I actually kind of want to transition, a little bit. Like when as like you got older into soccer,
Mm.
what about like some of the like the failures and what you started to realize when you got into the higher levels of playing soccer?
Okay. So, like my first taste of defeat?
Yeah.
Okay. So, my very first taste of defeat was when I was still the star player, but we went into penalty kicks. I think it was still at the rec level. We went into penalty kicks and I wound up taking the first shot, the first penalty kick. And I remember it hit the post. I think it hit the left post and then just like went along the line of the goal
Yeah.
and didn't pass the line. So obviously it's not a goal. So I missed that kick and we ended up losing that championship game. And I always remember that as being like my first taste of defeat. And I always pointed the finger at myself because had I made that first penalty kick, I think it would have changed the outcome.
Yeah, and everyone else, like even your teammates, their mindsets, because them seeing, I guess you, it's like you,
It's like seeing the star player like Cristiano Ronaldo missing like a crucial
a Champions League goal,
exactly.
and everyone like being like, whoa, like
So that was my first taste of defeat, I would say. And later on, this wasn't like failure, but after I played with Whippany and after I played for East Hanover and a couple other, towns in the area, I went over to Clifton Stallions. I was recruited over to Clifton Stallions, played for Coach Frank, who actually I reconnected with through Morris Elite, my client.
that's cool.
He's coaching over at Morris Elite now, so we reconnected recently. But regardless, went over to Clifton Stallions, and it was a very quick reality check for me.
Mhm.
Because I went from being the star to being just one of the guys.
Mhm.
And I was playing with guys that were at my level or even above my level. So I was like, fuck. Like, it's like I said, it was a reality check for me because I was like, I'm used to being the star. I'm used to like everyone being like, oh, LaForgia, like he's here, like we're gonna win. To oh, LaForgia's here. I'm just another name,
Just a name in the roster.
just another name on the roster. So it was like I went into a slump. I'm not gonna lie, I went into like a 5 to 7 year slump, and I couldn't get out of that slump for a long time, dude. And like your mind, dude, is so fucking important. And I think the reason why I didn't play good for those 5 to 7 years is because I was always in my mind. I couldn't get over the fact that I wasn't the best player on the field anymore. and it like haunted me. It was so weird, bro. And like I couldn't get out of that headspace for a while. So yeah.
And then you also said you played at one point. Eventually, you played even higher levels than that.
Yeah.
What about your experiences in the wins in that?
Wins or losses?
What wins first, of course.
Wins. I would say my wins, little wins, came after I got out of that slump.
Mm.
After I realized, like, okay, I'm just a soccer player. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. And the team is bigger than just me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I started playing better. I started scoring again. Because a part of that slump was, like, I went on a scoreless drought for years, dude. Like, yeah, I'd get a goal here and there, but not, like, racking up the goals like I was in the past. So then, what was I saying? So yeah, like little wins, started scoring goals again, started being recognized as one of the more valuable players on the team and not just a player, you know what I'm saying? So I started gaining that confidence back, and I think I would count that as a win because it's like, all right, I went from feeling like shit, feeling like I couldn't contribute anything to these teams to, okay, now I'm starting to score again. I'm starting to get my confidence back. I'm starting to play better and starting to find myself again. So I would say that was a win.
And now those failures. So when you got eventually out of that, you got out of the slumping.
Yeah.
You were starting to win. You also said when you were playing semi-pro that eventually also led to your end of your soccer journey, and then
Yeah.
transitioning into that.
Yep. When we were
entrepreneurial phase.
talking
Yeah.
outside of this, yeah.
Mm.
So what was my
What was your biggest failure?
okay? So went overseas like 4 or 5 years in a row. The last 2 years, the second to last year, went to Italy. We were playing in a tournament called Viareggio. So we're a team out of New York. We're paying to play. We're playing against guys that are getting paid to play, that are in the ranks of becoming professional athletes. So, like, we're playing against Fiorentina. These are all like big.
You guys were playing actually against.
Yeah.
That's actually,
Inter Milan. They're youth teams.
they're academy players. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus. Like, we're playing against guys that know their shit. But again, second to last year, I was playing balls out. I was playing some of the best soccer I played in my life. And the first game in the tournament, I had one of the best games of my life. And it was at that game that there were scouts from 2 professional teams in Italy, because they go to these types of tournaments to scout out people. And I got scouted by 2 professional teams in Italy. I think one was Udinese and the other was Empoli, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And then the second game we played was against Fiorentina, and I was sick as a dog that game. I played in the first half with like a 102, 103 fever. I was literally hallucinating.
That's crazy.
Literally hallucinating.
So you were probably a chicken, like running headless.
Yeah.
Okay.
The coach recognized that I wasn't playing the way I was supposed to be playing. He pulled me out. And then my illness just got progressively worse, so that when the third game came around, I was benched. I couldn't play at all. So, and at that third game, the scouts had come back and they had asked the managers and the coaches of my team, where's number 8? Where's LaForgia? Why isn't he playing? And the coaches told them he's sick. He's got like the flu or whatever. And that was, dude, I was fucking heartbroken. I was heartbroken, to say the least. And I know I'm dragging this story out, but went back a year later to the same tournament. I was determined as ever to get scouted again. My goal from when I was little to up until that last tournament was to be a professional soccer player. And I was healthy and I was determined as ever to be scouted again. And what happens? Get to Italy about a day or two into the trip, even before any of the games had started, I got the flu again. I got sick again. Sick as a dog, out of nowhere. And I didn't play not one fucking minute that entire tournament. Flew home, and first night back, finished eating dinner, and I told my father, I let my father digest his meal first before I relayed the bad news. And I told my dad, I'm done. I'm done playing. I'm hanging up my cleats because 2 years in a row, like, got heartbroken. Like, the year before, so close, this close to getting scouted. And now, this year, this last trip, didn't play not 1 minute. Couldn't even put my skills on display. Like, and my father got up from the table. He opened the sliding doors that go to the backyard, and he sat on the step and he just looked out into the backyard and he started crying. And I walked the opposite direction because I was emotional as well. And so that's the biggest failure in my not so much childhood, because I was like, what, 21, 22
Yeah.
at the time, but like
Ended a chapter. And
that was an end of the chapter. Yeah.
Mm.
A huge chapter, because like I said, that was my life. Like, soccer was my life from fucking toddler till,
till
you
20
know.
Yeah, till 21.
Yeah. So, yep. Yeah.
I mean, clearly got better.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to transition over to like how from that it actually led you to business side of things, and eventually what led you to starting a business, and those like first wins and losses.
In business?
Yeah.
So what's the question?
Like, what was the first like the first wins and losses when you started getting and realizing like I want to try to start a business? And
So that soccer chapter ended, right? And I was still in college, went to Rutgers University, but throughout college, I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And got out of college, I was still working in the restaurant business. And then I decided to launch my business in 2018, Elevated Media, Elevated Productions, because I always did video on the side and I always had a passion for it. And the first wins
Mhm.
with the business, I think honestly the first real win to me was just taking the leap of faith. Just saying like, all right, I'm done working in the restaurant industry and I'm going to pursue this and nothing else. You know,
Yeah.
like we were talking outside of this, like Andy Frisella, guy that I've been listening to his podcast, Real AF, for the past 4 or 5 years. He talks about zero options mentality, going all in on the one thing that you're passionate about and not having a plan B and not having a backup plan. So that's what I did. And I think that's a win because, like, it takes courage to say, fuck everything else. I'm just doing this one thing. And it's almost like tunnel vision,
Yeah.
you know? So I would say that's like the first win. And obviously, like, other wins stacked up, like getting new clients and,
Yeah.
you know, booking bigger jobs,
Meeting new people that
meeting new
eventually-
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And then even in that, like, some of the struggles and failures that you had to deal when even trying to start this business.
failures early on in the business,
Yeah.
little mistakes that I made were pricing myself too low or discounting my services heavily because that gives the client the expectation that they're always going to receive the discount going forward.
Mhm.
And that's doing a disservice not only to my business, but that's also doing a disservice to myself because I'm devaluing myself.
Yeah.
And so that's like an early mistake. Doing things without a contract,
Yeah.
a written contract,
Mm.
just verbally, you know,
Yeah.
that gets you nowhere. There's been a lot of people that have said that they want to do business with me and then they just ghost you, you know? So I think having written contracts in place is so important for any type of business,
Whether it's
you know?
yours or like any other type of service or
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just go by somebody's word because,
A lot of people,
yeah.
even nowadays, very selfish,
Yep.
lying.
They shoot smoke up your ass and,
Yeah.
yeah. Shoot smoke up.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is it? What's the
No.
expression? Shoot smoke or
I've
blow
never,
smoke?
I never even heard the saying.
Blow smoke up your ass. Yeah.
Um,
It's a fancy way of saying they lie to you.
yeah.
They lie to your face.
Now let me just look back. So looking back, did the failures or would you say the wins shape you?
Definitely the failures,
Mm.
because they all became lessons. You know, a lot of people, they treat failures like
Like it's like the ending, like
the end of the world.
the end of the world. It's like the end of your life.
Yeah.
Like you just died or your whole life's over now.
Exactly. And
When
then
you can actually just build off of that.
yeah.
And become a better person, improve yourself, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
spiritually, any type of way.
Every failure teaches you something. I mean, it should teach you something,
Yeah.
you know? Like, again, going by somebody's word that taught me to not go just by their word, to have a contract in place
Yes.
to avoid that mistake. You know, you should learn from all your failures so you can avoid them in the future, you know? I have to piss. Hold on, I really do have to piss though. Where were we at?
We were actually like starting the chapter of you starting your career and your business, and
Yeah.
we were talking about the winning of course, meeting new people, failures, of course, just discounting, sort of devaluing yourself, and then like
Yeah.
when you're with certain people, even if you're with a good person, you should always place a contract, because then they can't screw you over, and also they can't be lying to you straight to your face, and they're not going to show up.
Yep.
But yeah, no, back to what we were saying though. Now I want to go into me. So, what would you say? Actually, what was that the biggest mistake of your career in business? Probably discounting.
No.
No.
No. My biggest mistake in business, it's a deep mistake. It's something that not everyone would consider a mistake or a failure. But I would say the first couple of years in business, I've been in business now full time for 8 years. But like the first 2, 3 years, I made everything about me.
Mm.
How much money can I bring in?
Mm.
And what else? I put myself in clients' videos all the time because I
It was
wanted
kind
to
of,
be center of attention.
I was
It's
gonna say that.
it's like selfish. Like it's almost like I went back to my early days of playing soccer when I was like center of attention all the time. I did the exact same thing with videos with clients.
It's you started the loop all over again.
Yeah, I would like throw myself in their videos, even when they didn't want me in their videos, and like
It was kind of douchey, would you say? Like,
yeah, it was douchey. It was
I
a
mean,
douchey move.
now of course, like looking back, you're like, I was an asshole, or like the
No,
or,
I
like,
wouldn't say I was an asshole. I just was selfish. Like I wanted the spotlight on me
again.
when it should be on the clients that I'm serving.
Yeah.
So I think, again, my first couple years in business, I was always putting the spotlight on me. And eventually, the light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, no. I need to be bringing value to my clients and making it all about them, right? When someone hires us to do a video or to help with social media marketing, we are serving them. We're trying to help them solve a problem. We're trying to raise awareness of their brand or business on social media.
Yeah.
It's not about us, it's about them. So I think learning that was the biggest lesson, has been the biggest lesson thus far in my business of 8 years. But it's also the biggest failure because, again, I was failing at understanding that concept for the first couple years. So it's a failure and a lesson, and the biggest failure, biggest lesson thus far.
Yeah, that's good. At least now you're definitely like, you want to give people their needs and
Yeah.
everything. No, that's good. That's good.
Like even this podcast, like I'm doing it to serve people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, like
it's a platform where people can tell their stories, and maybe simultaneously it'll bring attention to their brand and their business and what they're trying to build.
and even if it's not, even if it's just their business, is also helping. Like for example, like Randy or like Randy with his mental health.
Yeah.
I would say. Even Jordan,
Yep.
you had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Helping like because he kind of, I mean, he is a motivational speaker for people with IEPs.
I wouldn't just say just for that.
Well, just people that struggle with just school in general.
Yeah. Or it doesn't even have to be school related, just anyone that's struggling with life, you know? Like, you know, he's told me both on the podcast and also off the podcast that like people reach out to him daily, like with problems at home, problems with family, and they confide in him and he answers them back and he tells them like what they should do. You know, so he's almost like a guidance counselor.
Guidance counselor for like just everybody.
Like everyone, yeah.
It's pretty. It's really good. It's really good. Now I do want to talk about we explained what did the moment teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then okay. So was there any moment where you felt like quitting in your business?
I mean, I still have doubts every day. Like there'll be some days where I wake up and I'm like, the fuck am I doing? Like, why don't I just work at the company that my dad retired from, Starlo Electric? Why don't I just go and be an electrical estimator like he was.
Mhm.
Like, and get a weekly paycheck, consistent paycheck every week. Because there's nothing consistent about my business. Like, there's not a weekly paycheck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because with like what you just said, weekly paycheck, like no matter what you're getting paid, and even if like say some days you're working a lot harder than the other days, no matter what you're getting paid the same amount.
Yeah.
With this, and even your other business, I would say your effort shows your pay.
Mm-hmm.
Your quality of work shows your pay.
Yeah.
So if you are worth like really bad, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just said before, when you were discounting people and say the job was $1,000, but say you discounted 500.
Yeah.
It just shows right there. You're like you said before, like you're devaluing yourself,
Exactly. Exactly.
and you shouldn't. If you're confident, I mean, you also have to be humble, of course, but be confident, but also be humble, and
Yeah.
of course, you like even if you feel like you put like try of course as hard as you can, but of course like of course everyone makes mistakes even when they're trying 100% of their best.
That's
that they
part of the
feel-
process, though.
yeah.
That's part of the process. Like,
And-
making mistakes is part of the game.
Yeah,
that
even
we-
me right now, the fact that I even now that I'm speaking right now, I noticed that I say like I noticed.
But
that
now you're more aware of it, though, right?
I'm
Since I
aware,
mentioned it.
even like I'm aware of it right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like talking, and it's
Yeah.
like in the moment, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. you feel very stupid, and like, I'll get better. I'll get better. I'll get better. I'll get better.
So, like,
I-
going back to your question, though, like, have I ever felt like quitting? Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that temptation almost on a daily basis, but I've never acted on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because going back to the zero options mentality, I know I'm all in now. Like, all the chips are on the table right now. And that's it, you know?
It's the biggest gamble. That's the
Exactly.
only time you should be gambling.
It's either this or this,
Yeah.
you know? There's no that option. You know, it's just this. So,
I even remember you when we were talking, you were saying actually a quote. I forget what you said. It was oh, actually, no, it was The Rock. You actually quoted The Rock, and you said, or at least he said, that the greatest investment you can do is yourself.
the biggest investment
Investment
you can make is in yourself. Yeah. You almost got it, though.
I was close. I was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, it's like you got to bet on yourself. Like Jordan said on his podcast, like he wish he would have learned that sooner to bet on himself, right? That's the safest bet that you can make in life is on you.
Okay. When it actually kept you going when motivation wasn't there.
In my business,
Or not in well, business or either or. It's fine. Or just life in general. Everyday activities.
when it comes to business, I would say now it's definitely family. Early on in business, I would say I had a chip on my shoulder because certain family members, again, like I mentioned in past episodes, told me I was going to fail.
Yeah, I remember your first episode.
Yeah.
You said like your family members, friends
Yeah.
thought you were crazy,
Yeah.
insane.
So that pushed me forward. I used that. Even to this day, I always remember that. And it motivates me and it keeps pushing me to get better, both personally and on a business level as well. So I would say those two things keep me going when things get maybe a little crazy around me.
Now, I want to also now transition into identity and success.
Okay.
So, how do you define success today compared to your early in life?
Going back to what I said earlier, it's like success at an early age. I thought it was all about me,
Mm.
the wins,
The next goal.
the championships, the accolades, the people saying, "Oh, it's Chris, it's Chris, it's Chris." Like that was success to me, and obviously money and fancy cars and big mansions.
Mhm.
And now it's success for me is being able to provide for my family, being able to serve others. I think service, like
Mhm.
just the ability to serve others and bring value to others, whether it's a few people or whether it's
People that.
thousands or millions, like
Mm.
just being able to,
Mhm.
even this podcast, if it has the ability to entertain people or
Inspire someone.
inspire
That to
someone.
make them even become just as successful
Yeah.
as you or someone else that's out there.
Yeah.
Where no matter your location, your situation, anything
Yeah.
does not matter.
Like someone watching, like yesterday, they were contemplating launching their business, their idea, and they decided they're going to hold off. But then today, they watch one of these episodes, and just by watching and listening, all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. So like, this platform can push someone over the edge in a good way. It can get them from not wanting to do something to wanting to do something to better their life and better their,
Yeah.
the people around them.
And I actually didn't want to ask. Well, there was two questions I actually wanted to ask. One at the end, one right now. What would you say right now would be your next feat for your business? Yeah, yeah, just for your business. Your next big feat.
Yeah, I mean, just piggybacking off of what I just said is continuing to serve people, more and more and more and more and more people, whether it's creating a marketing video or a website or helping them with social media marketing, getting their brand or business out there more, and tapping more into the corporate. So one of the things I want to do this year is either bring on editors that already know how to do this
Yeah.
or learning it myself, which is After Effects, and it's high-end editing that you would only see like
With all these great podcasters and TikTokers and all. I don't know, like
not even like just like commercials that you would see on
Oh,
TV, like
for example, Gary V.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Apple's not coming to me right now and saying, "Hey, can you edit a video for this commercial that we want to air next month?"
Yeah.
They're not. They're going to people that can create these high-end edits like I'm talking about.
Yeah, they have a team.
Exactly.
They have multiple teams. And
Exactly.
That they all work together and
So I mean, to answer your question, I want to scale the business, obviously.
yeah, that was the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so what was your aha moment or forging moment that you would say with your business
ooh.
or just life in general?
I had an aha moment with this podcast.
The way this episode.
So
Oh, okay.
let me
just the podcast
explain.
in general.
So a couple weeks before I launched this podcast, my uncle passed away. And it was like the beginning of January. And then throughout January, even leaking into February, obviously grief. And I was also getting panic attacks. Like I used to get panic attacks back in the day.
From like what? We just told.
I don't know. Like I would just get them randomly, like driving. I would get sudden.
I mean, we were just talking about this like recently, like getting into it. Like you said, like I remember you got into an
Yeah.
accident a couple.
Yeah, but no, that's not what caused. I think my uncle's passing away started triggering panic attacks again for me. So what I'm trying to say is like from like January up until like mid-February or the beginning of February, like I just didn't feel like myself, and I felt not motivated. Like even with the business, like I felt like I needed something to get me motivated again or get me inspired. And then like Forged for Greatness just like popped into my head and I was like, this is it. And then ever since starting this, like I've felt a lot better. And I feel like I'm like, we're having fun with this, but
Yeah.
like, I feel like,
You found your
I
purpose.
feel like I'm doing, yeah, like I
You
feel
found
like,
your purpose.
yeah, it feels like a calling in a sense. And I just feel like I'm doing something really good for mankind. I don't know. It's hard to put it to
You
words.
can't describe it.
Yeah.
You can't describe it.
So that was like an aha moment related to the podcast. But like with business, I don't think I had like a clear cut aha moment. What does come to mind though, before I got out of the restaurant business to do this full time, I was working the cash register. I was the manager. And some lady came in and she only ordered a bottle of water. Did I tell you the story?
No, you did not. You did not tell me this story.
And she looked at me and I wasn't like in a bad mood that day. So it's not like I was like, had a puss face on. But she said to me, she's like, you look like you don't belong here. She's like, you look like you're destined for something better, something more. Like, random stranger, bro. Came up to me, ordered a bottle of water, and said that to me. And to this day, I think, had that person not said that to me, I never would have left the restaurant business and done this.
That seems like a God's plan type of thing. That's like yeah,
Like a guardian angel. Like, it was fucking weird, man. But like, that was like an aha moment because it was like for a complete stranger to like see through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's weird. So I would say that was like a forging moment, even before anything, but even before I launched my business. That was one of the reasons why I decided to go, you know?
that'd be kind of cool though. If you ever meet that person again,
Yeah. Like I said, it's a complete stranger.
do you remember what she looked like?
I don't really. No, I don't.
At this point, it's like a silhouette. Like
Yeah.
it's literally.
Dude, it's weird, man. But I'll always remember it, you know?
So a habit you credit most of your growth to do.
Using the habit. You have no idea what I'm talking about. It's an app on your phone that I recommend everyone download. It's called Habit.
Oh, okay.
And you can put in any habit that you want, right? Let's just say it's drink a gallon of water a day.
Okay. Oh wait, you showed. Wait, I.
Yeah.
Oh, you showed me the app. I remember because then.
Dude, it's a game changer. I've been using that religiously for the past 4 or 5 years. And I feel like I'm a new person.
you're actually getting your stuff done.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like when it comes to business, like it could be like a habit for anything. I usually do 5, 6 habits that I need to check off daily, but it could be anything. It could be drink a gallon of water. It can be work out, go to the gym. It can be make 25 sales calls. It's just anything that you can think of. It could be something as simple as floss your teeth. For a long time, I never flossed my fucking teeth. And like once I started using that religiously, now I floss every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. It sounds ridiculous, but it's
I mean, if
like,
everyone's got their thing,
yeah.
so yeah. Then a failure you're now grateful for and most grateful for.
I think it's the 2 failures that I mentioned earlier.
The soccer and
The soccer, that chapter ending,
and then
because I wouldn't be here today
yeah,
sitting with you right
you
now.
could be playing in Italy.
Yeah. But I hate saying this, but everything does happen for a reason, and timing of the universe is a big part of that. People say create your own luck, but that's only true to an extent.
It only goes so far.
Yeah. I feel like being in the right place at the right time is also a major factor. So I would say that was a failure that I'm most grateful for. And the other one I mentioned about business, about making it all about me when it should have been all about them the entire time.
Now, here we're close to finishing up here. We're actually really close.
Doing good, man.
Yeah. One truth you wish you learned sooner.
Shit. I'm not the best.
It's humble.
Humility. Yeah. Like my father tried to ingrain that into me
And you didn't realize
every
yeah.
year that I was playing soccer. And I never realized what he was trying to tell me until after my playing career was over. Yeah. That it's not just about me. And I need to humble myself. Because I'm not Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, Lionel Messi.
I'm not Messi. And even if I was them, with that mentality, dude, like, you're going to fail with that mentality of always thinking you're the best. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't...
Well, no, he does think he's the best. Let's be for real. He thinks he's the best, but he knows
But
how
he
to...
backs it up.
Yeah.
He backs it up, man. Like, the guy's a fucking workhorse. How many times a day does he train?
Every single day.
2 times a day, 3 times a day?
And he helps him, and he actually he feeds himself right.
And that's what I'm trying to paint. That's the picture I'm trying to paint. It's like, I thought I was the best, but I wasn't training like the best. In order to be the best, you have to train like the best. When it comes to any sport, like, you need to put in the fucking work, man. Like, maybe I was training 2-3 days a week in the phase of trying to become a professional soccer player. Dude, you want to become a professional soccer player, professional anything, you need to be training 6-7 days a week. You know?
And then, of course, like,
And also having the mindset of, I'm not the best. I'm striving to be the best, but that goalpost, you're never going to reach that goalpost. You're always going to be
wanting to chase it
and wanting to chase more. So,
I mean, it's like Michael Jordan. Say we were like,
Oh, I'm glad you brought him up. Okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention. So The Last Dance, have you seen it on?
No.
Okay. So it's about the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, how they went on to win 6 or 7 championships, I forget.
Yeah.
So The Last Dance is like the last year, the last championship that they won.
Mm.
And my last dance, my last year going to the tournament in Italy, I call it like the bad Last
It's
Dance.
the bad version.
Yeah, it's like the opposite version of the Netflix documentary. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because it's like, yeah.
I don't even remember now what I was gonna say about Michael Jordan, but I forget what we were saying before. It was about what we were talking about. I was gonna say something about Michael Jordan. Oh, say like we were still like in that moment where Michael Jordan, now he just won his 6th title. Say he wanted to go for a 7th. He's still chasing more. Like right now, he still is the best player in history.
Yeah.
But he could have gone for a 7th, an 8th,
Yeah.
maybe up to 10.
Yep.
And even after that, you could still go. But of course, he got
You
older.
can't ever be content.
There's always a greater number
Yeah.
than what you're chasing, than what your current chase is after right now.
Like I was like, dude, when I was playing soccer, I was drinking, I was going to parties. Like if I really thought and wanted to be the best, I wouldn't be doing any of that shit.
I mean,
I would be eating right. I would be avoiding cookies and cakes, which is what I was eating.
and of course, alcohol and
Avoiding alcohol, like my mind and my body would have been in perfect condition if I truly wanted to be a professional soccer player. So, yeah, again, that's one truth I wish I learned sooner is I'm not the best and it's not all about me.
now, I think we're basically done.
Two more questions.
Okay. So, what keeps you grounded when things get heavy?
Family, my son. Yeah, like when I'm stressed out, man, like I'll try to find my son and just like see his smile and, go down the slide with him or whatever. Just spend time with my son. Like that just takes away any stress that I'm dealing with, So, yeah.
All right, and then last question to end this segment: what does Forged for Greatness mean to you?
In literal terms, the reason why I made that the title for this podcast is it means you're made for greatness.
What's your last name?
Well, yeah. But I think every human being in this world is made for something great. And they just have to know where they want to go and just pick up the lessons along the way, along that journey. And again, a lot of those lessons come from failing. That's part of the game that we all sign up for. Life is not easy. Life is the hardest fucking thing imaginable. And you're going to make mistakes. Like a baby, dude. Like, how does a baby learn to walk?
He makes mistakes.
By falling.
By falling.
On his face. 1,000,000 fucking times. Until, okay, that 1,000,001th time, he finally learns how to walk. So that's part of the game. It's part of the game of life. Learning from your mistakes. Not letting it affect you mentally. and you just keep forging ahead until you get to that final destination that you want to
I mean,
reach.
everyone's climbing their own mountain, and then of course there's more bigger mountains to climb.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I asked 2 questions. You answered one before. I actually want to ask this one now, since we're basically at the end of the podcast. So, out of all the people that you've right now interviewed, what are the 3 top lessons that you've learned from?
Is this rapid fire?
Yeah, like the 3 top lessons you've learned throughout all the people right now that you've had on the podcast. What are the
Okay.
top 3
Top 3.
that you have learned the best lesson from?
Okay. So the last guy, Matthew Anderson, I just had on, I think the lesson that I got from his episode was be yourself.
Mm.
Be you all the time.
Mm.
And especially now in the age of AI and everyone being fake on Instagram and posing in front of a Lamborghini that they're renting for the day and pretending like they own it.
Yeah.
Like, just be yourself, because people buy people. And especially if you have a business or a product that you're selling, people are not buying the product or the service. They're buying you.
Mm.
So you need to be fucking real with them. You need to be raw with them.
Mm.
And it can make or break your business, honestly.
Mm.
It can make or break you.
Mm. And then what was the second one?
Second, I would say Izzy from Patch With Love mentioned the one truth that she wished she learned sooner was people don't always show up for you the way you show up for them. I think that's a lesson in itself, but I would also argue that you have to be selfish sometimes. Like, and I know this entire episode has been me preaching, like, it's not all about you. But sometimes you have to look out for
yourself.
you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading this book called Looking Out for Number One. You can't help others if you don't help yourself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, a drug addict can't help other drug addicts
Yeah.
because they're fucked up on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
However, if that person is sober
Non-drugs.
and doing the right things, feeding his mind and his body the right things, then he can go out there and help other drug addicts because he has those tools, those resources, the mindset, everything to help those people. So I think looking out for yourself, putting yourself as number one priority.
And then who would you say number 3 would be?
Number 3. I would go back to Randy's episode and his perseverance and resilience and never quitting. Like, that's a lesson. Like, I mean, that goes without saying. Like,
Just never quit.
never quit. There is always going to be someone out there that has it worse than you. Because as human beings, we tend to think that we're the only ones and our problems are, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going through it worse than me.
Yeah.
But there's always someone out there that has it worse. And life is, like I mentioned, life is hard, life is tough. Things are going to get thrown at you from every fucking direction. And you just have to be able to handle those things and adjust if you need to.
All right. So we're at the end of the podcast, and I would just like to say, wait. So
You should have maybe memorized the script, though.
I don't know.
You better hurry up.
Okay. So shout out your Instagram,
At Elevated Productions.
Yeah. And what is next for you?
You asked me this already.
Did I do?
Yeah, to scale the business,
Yeah, okay.
to keep serving people.
And then Wait. Oh, if this
to get a
episode-
better special guest
Yeah, I know.
host.
I know. I'm very terrible, guys.
Nah, you're good.
I'm corny as hell. Wait, why the my phone is?
This is your outro. This is your
I
time
know.
to shine.
Oh. Okay. If this episode hits your home, share it with someone.
Hits your home.
I mean, that's what it says.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
If this episode hits home
Hits home. Okay.
for you,
Hits home. Share it with someone who's in the middle of the grind, because greenness isn't given, it's forged. And I'll see you on the next one.
good shit.